The earth blew up?
Now, almost every single
that.
troll tribe was completely disconnected from each
Oh, all this was one?
Elijah, come on, bro. You fucking knew that. There's no
Why would
way.
I not? Why would I
didn't-
told you? I don't
We've
know
talked
that.
about this ad
I don't care
nauseum
about
for
that
hours. Are you
Pythagorean
listening
shit.
to me?
No, I mean, yeah, you said Pangea. I didn't know all of it was involved in Pangea. I barely remember what Pangea was.
Bro, what do you think that big ass nipple butthole thing is in the middle?
I thought, isn't that when all the tectonic plates moved around? Because we,
Oh my goodness.
bro, I didn't know they added this per expansion. What did they just add in random rocks and shit? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're reacting to the rise and unfortunate and embarrassing fall of trolls in Warcraft by Platinum WoW, and I'm accompanied by none other than my typical arena partner, Captain Flark. So without further ado, let's get into it.
There are not many other races on Azeroth
I just want to get something straight. I really hate the Tusk and the way the trolls look completely.
older than the trolls. Before there were
That's just straight
humans,
disrespect.
before there were elves, Tarn, orcs, pandas,
Why would they use that as a night elf?
the trolls were there. In this video, we'll talk about the
Was that a
rise
slur?
of the most powerful empires
That's the
Azeroth
same
had ever
thing.
seen, and how they became the struggling kingdoms that were easily
Honestly, that's a kind of fire
overthrown
drawing.
by the other races.
Don't disrespect
on
my
Azeroth.
goat.
Humble beginnings, huh? Isn't that Zandalar?
Joe is.
That's where they
Only
started?
city.
So as far as we
Wait,
know,
it's
the
the first city,
origin
yeah.
of most troll culture comes from the mountains of Zandalar.
Okay.
It was here where trolls first discovered the wild gods.
I
which
thought
they
this is
called
what
the
came in
Loa.
like.
All right,
Primal
pause.
manif-
This is what I'm talking about with these damn wild gods. Why is it that the Night Elves wild gods like Cenarius and Malorn or whatever the hell their fucking names are, those big ass antler deer shit, they're so amazing. They're so great. They made him into the arch druid. Who am I talking about here?
I don't know.
Malfurion. Yeah, him. Made him this arch druid of like just magical proportions. But all the Loa, all the wild gods of the trolls, they suck on monkey shit. They're all terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Arboreal Gulper reskinned over there.
Bro, he
stations of-
died. The one on the left. He's supposed to be the king of the wild gods, the king of the Loas, Razan, and he fucking dies.
Oh, yeah, we clapped him.
life in Azeroth that became the main
Wait, is that the guy in the Lich King dungeon? Did they res him? Am I
The
tripping?
Lich King dungeon?
Yeah, isn't there like a bone version? I'm just tripping. No, I'm thinking of Red Bond, sorry.
focus of their religion. The Zandalari trolls
The
were the
undead.
most powerful group of trolls
Raptor,
at
right?
this time, and they lived in the highest parts of the Zandalar Mountains. The villages in these mountains would slowly develop into the humongous city of Zuldazar.
Keep in mind, Elijah,
today.
this city's old as shit. It's older than all,
Zandalari
like, the Night
society
Elves.
was built
Ah,
on
see, this is what I need. I need an infographic. Commoners, merchants,
That's just a
warriors,
class
priests.
system.
class
Yep,
structure
needed that.
called a caste system, meaning that trolls are born into a position of power or destined to be a lower class without much wiggle room. It's important to point out that the
heard
Zandalari
that's in
trolls
social studies.
are the trolliest trolls around and have a lot of respect.
Oh, no
from
wonder you
their
like them so
tribe.
much.
Their society is all about recording troll history, worshiping the
apex
Loa,
predators of trolls.
and maintaining the holy ground
Okay,
their city
okay.
is built on and progressing their society.
I will give credit. I do like the Zandalari area the most out of all the trolls. Like by a landslide.
Without the Zandalari, trolls as a species would have never had a chance.
Bro, look at that fucking 3D.
And over
ass.
time, other tribes started to form under the shadows of the Zandalari.
So,
Tribes like the jungle trolls of the
I like them
Gurubashi,
the most though.
the forest trolls of the Amani,
Amani are probably my second favorite.
and the frost trolls
Which does the Guru
Take it
Bashi?
back. Drakari's my second favorite. Then it's Drakari's my first. Amani's second. Gurubashi's third.
Does Gurubashi and Amani both have the big swinging dudes, the big giant guys?
Well, the Drakari are the ones up north, obviously.
Yes,
blue.
yes, yeah.
The Amani are the big hulking ones. Like they're not like the big ogre looking ones, but like they're the ones that have been at the gym for like they look big ass gorillas
Mm-hmm.
walking around. Those
But the
are Amanis.
Gurubashi is the one with the big ogre looking ones, right?
No.
Like the
Gurubashi
gigantic.
are the forest trolls. They're more of like the skinnier versions, I believe. Amani are the ones that like see that jawline on the Amani, bro?
Yeah.
That boy's been lifting and eating creatine since his birth.
They're punching through walls for no reason. So that's the guy with the giant ones, the big trolls. That's Amani.
You mean when you say big?
No,
like,
not
you mean
not
like
the normal human ones. I'm talking about the big hulking ones.
the big hulking ones. That's just a subset of like you know they're magically infused. Drakari have them, Amani have them. Like they're the roided up versions of a troll. Really?
Okay, so then I'm biased because then I think the Zandalari are the least. No, I'd put Gurubashi at 4, Zandalar 3, and I'm going Drakari Amani.
trolls of the Drakari.
You got Amani over Drakari? I thought you fuck with Drakari from fucking the.
No, that's why I said Drakari's number 2. Wait, am I stupid? I said Drakari number 1.
You said Drakari number 2 though, and now.
Oh my bad. Yeah, it is number 1.
Zandalari remained relatively peaceful with these tribes, as it was their mission to develop all of trollkind, not just themselves. Besides, they had a near infinite amount of land to share, so there was plenty to go around. Now, there was some infighting between tribes to show strength, but the problem was any conflict trolls got into with each other would only leave the heavy casualties on both sides. And besides, the trolls would need to learn to work together and fast, because there would be a very rude awakening in the future.
Okay. Bugs.
So the trolls had almost limitless resources and land to explore, but there was one place that was forbidden.
This is back when trolls used to actually
At the base of the Zandalar Mountains, there is a mound of solid black stones. The dark power of these stones were left untouched
Where do these come
thousands
from?
of years, until an outcasted shaman by the name of Zando succumbed to the whispers.
See, pause. Look, this is what I also get frustrated about. Where I understand the Night Elves got blessed by the Well of Eternity. They're arcane motherfuckers. I understand that. That's why, you know, they lost it eventually when they Great Sundering. They became magic phobia. Understandable. Blood Elves, etc. Let me get back to the point here. Why in good gravy are they now also known as the Druid people alongside Taurens when trolls have been shamans and druids and nature people for longer than the Night Elves has existed? Why aren't there cool fucking troll druids and cool troll shamans when it's literally their de facto state of mysticism?
I think it's because they just lost all the wars, man. They got hosed by literally everybody.
But why are they losing? They had a fucking 1,000.
I mean, because the other people got blessed by the Well of Eternity that I know nothing about, and this guy lost to a rock.
That's some horse shit, bro. They had all the wild gods.
And they all lost to that rock.
Mean, the well was pretty fucking nuts. I'm not going to lie to you. However, the well broke. So what the hell?
Oh, you would think their power would leave,
riddle
right?
me that. The well broke. They had no more magic power. They made the sun well afterwards. Because the Night Elves left. That's how Blood Elves got started, by the way. The Night Elves left. Go into to make the Sun Elves, the Sunwell, when they got excommunicated for practicing arcane magic. Because then Malfurion's like, we're only druids from now on. So great, they're druids now.
And they turned into
Where are the troll druids?
Troll druids exist.
Where?
Oh, I mean, not. I guess in lore.
Where's the popular ones?
Yeah, they don't exist. We got Zul'jin.
It's the same thing with Blood Elves and mages. Blood Elves turned human into mages. Why is there no cool fucking Blood Elf mages anymore? Why is Jaina the face of magic?
Honestly, it's because didn't they get swept in the Burning Crusade?
They got killed by fucking Arthas, but they weren't cool.
Yeah.
Before that, anyways. Do you know how many human guardians there've been? Medivh
like all
was a human. Them. His mother was a human. Like, what's going on here?
Probably all of fair.
What?
He's having a meltdown in this video.
That told the troll whatever was under those rocks.
I get passionate about my favorite race.
Undiscovered, powerful.
I mean, they really did. What did you just say?
Under those rocks was an undiscovered, powerful Loa.
Under the rocks was a powerful Loa?
No! Not really, but...
To awaken whatever power was deep within the earth, he performed multiple living sacrifices with the blade to appease this unknown power.
Wait, you know what that blade is?
That's the Blade of Eyeball.
Do you know what it is?
I have literally no idea what that blade is. Not even a clue.
Xalatath.
Are you serious? It traces back to all the way there?
I hope so.
Okay.
I don't think anything positive has ever happened
Xalatath
from
was the
performing
priest legion weapon, if you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's why I could never pronounce it.
5 sacrifices. So, unsurprisingly, it was not a Loa trapped beneath the earth.
Okay. I fought like 12 of those in the Lich King.
It was the old god Cathraxi general named Kithix.
So... I lost my train of thought.
Wow.
I really
You guys really watch this guy?
I lost it. It came and went immediately. That's a hard-ass helmet.
You see, Kithix was
Me and the
alive
homies
back when the
4 a.m. after
Timekeepers were hanging out on Azeroth, I don't know, doing Timekeeper things. And Kithix got into a scuffle with Tyr. And the two fought in a violent battle.
I think Tyr's pretty tough.
Explosions and violence that lasted 6 whole days
out of all the
before Tyr delivered the final blow by self-destructing against the Cathraxi.
So he couldn't win, so he blew himself up to kill him?
Yeah, he got him though.
At what cost?
The place
His
where
life.
this
Is
explosion
that him?
happened was called Tears Fall,
Yep.
which in Vicryl
Tears Fall.
tongue translates
Oh!
to Tears Fall.
Oh! Dude, I love
anyways,
see, like
just-
that's peak lore for me. I love
Yeah, so that's
stuff
where
like
that's
that.
where Tears died, right? But because of the sundering, now it's in the Eastern Kingdoms, I believe,
Oh,
not on Zandalari
what
anymore.
the hell? I actually really love stuff like that.
Or it
Tears
wasn't on Zandalari, but you know what I mean. It's not
Oh my
connected
god,
anymore,
Tears
so they
Fall
couldn't go-
Glades. It's like learning
Yeah.
a new language.
Sacrifice.
Why is his gut in the camp?
Kithix survived, but was gravely wounded. He retreated
That
to the
BBL.
Zandalari Mountains where he
Dude,
collapsed
why
in
did you put
exhaustion.
this audio in
The
there?
Loa sensed this evil presence and buried him so he could never be awakened again. I'm sure
Fair
they
enough.
could have just
Oh wait,
told
sorry,
the
I was
troll-
wrong then. I didn't. He did die, or he did lose to Tyr far away, but to recover, he ran to Zandalar, and then the Loa said, "Not today," and sealed his ass.
Hey, there's a giant goddamn
Nah, man. What
bug
the
monster the
hell
size
is
of a
that?
skyscraper in the ground. Don't dig it up. But they didn't. They decided to stay vague about it, and now the trolls have a huge problem on their hands. Thus began the Aekir and Troll War. A war
So keep
where
in
the
mind,
trolls had to
it's the
use their
bug troll
combined-
war, and that bug fought against the Titan Keeper, and the trolls are my dogs, and they're going up against them.
Because he got respawned? Who respawned
Yeah,
him?
the trolls did by accident. The
Might
Loa
have-
that sealed them didn't tell the trolls that.
Hey,
he
man,
was there.
don't res this.
Yeah, so
Fight
they
against
thought he was like
Kithix
some
and
old
the
god
Aekir,
or some
bug-like
wild
race.
god.
Oh my
And
god.
they were wrong.
formed from
That's
the
how
organic
Phaedrus came, right? Remember when? Yes, bro. They were doing blood sacrifices, and Princess Phaedrus came up out the ground, and that dude had sex with the Rock. You know what I'm talking about? That's what happened.
matter of the old gods. The trolls realized they needed to do something quick, or their
That's
society
literally disgusting.
would surely collapse under the old god's might. The most powerful troll empires set aside their differences and made the most powerful partnership Azeroth has and
Yes,
probably
sir.
will ever see.
Yes,
And that's
sir.
the
Do you hear that?
Empire of
Most
Zul,
powerful
the
Empire
Zandalari,
of Zul.
Gurabashi, Amani, and
This is at Zuldazar?
Yeah,
Jakari tribes.
Look, pause. This is what I was talking about. Gurabashi are the skinny long ones. Like the Darkspear that follow us are like a subsect of Gurabashi.
Ah, that's the people from like the Barrens and where you spawn in Durotar. That's the Darkspear.
That's Darkspear, but the Gurabashi are in where Stranglethorn Vale is on the southern eastern.
Yes,
Kingdom.
and is that the far right, or the
Yeah, then Amani is far left,
United
and they're up
under
north
one
with the Blood Elves.
banner
in the middle is
to
Drakari?
kick some major bug ass. United under one banner to kick some major bug ass.
Oh my god, the music, crazy.
I'm going to enjoy.
No, that's kind of crazy. No! Hey, God,
Yo,
you
the
killed
Amani
War
don't fuck
lasted
around.
centuries, but ended with the Drakari,
Hang on, Darren, we're
Gurabashi,
doing a
and
reaction.
Amani tribes
Then I gotta
hunting
sympathize over
down
the
retreating
Jay's
bugs
loss.
to annihilate them for good, so they'd never be a threat again. The Amani, in particular, hunted down Kithix in a suicide mission that ended with a majority
See?
of the Amani trolls
See?
dead.
Look at that. The
and
Amani
they
hunt
slayed
down
the
Kithix. They're
demigod
the
and
dogs in the
became
group.
legends in troll
So the
history.
Gurabashi, what? Oh, you know what? I think I'm biased because of the PvP arena. I used to think that was cool, and that's why I like
Yeah,
them.
the PvP arena is where the Gurabashi are. So yeah, pause this. This is a map right
Because-
here, right?
Whatever.
So
Okay.
blue is the Drakari, right?
Uh-huh.
So they are up north, where Northrend will be. The purple are the dark trolls, which will eventually become the night elves. That's why they're in Mount Hyjal and by the Well of Eternity there.
Yeah.
So they're going to transform into night elves eventually. Not now. They're still trolls.
Mm.
Zandalari's orange, so that's where the big empire is. That white dot Zuldazar. And the Gurabashi is the light green, so they're fucking A. That's why you can see trolls like all throughout the southern part of Azeroth.
Okay, so what is
because they're
pink? Is
all
that
down
Night
there.
Elf?
Yeah, eventually those are dark trolls. They're gonna become night elves.
Ah, okay. Zuldazar, Zulfaric. Oh, okay.
The troll tribes were now so far
feel like I'm
away
in history
from each
class.
other, they became more insular
then Amani
and
is the top
established
right.
their own unique
Yes.
cultures and history.
Zulamon's
but the
coming back
Zandalari
in midnight.
mountains remained
That's
a
honestly
place of
tough. The Thunder King? Didn't we fight Brad? I was gonna say, didn't we fight him in Pandaland? And here he comes.
Yeah, we sure did. Whooped his ass too.
Oh, Zul'Thara, leader of the Zandalari.
Why was he ore
I
farming?
have a proposition for you.
Because he stole a god's weapons?
Lei Shen, leader of the Mogu, reached out to form an alliance with the Zandalari. The two races were the most powerful forces on Azeroth
we were
at this
homies?
time, and a war between them would be
evil homies
mutually
a little bit.
assured destruction. So their partnership was more one of complacency. The Mogu promised a large section of Pandaria in exchange for their aid, and the Zandalari were suffering after heavy losses during the Aekir War, so they partnered up with the Lei Shen and the Mogu. Lei Shen was a good partner to have because he was kind of a badass. I mean, the dude literally pulled the heart out of the Titan Keeper Ra and absorbed his power and fought the wild god Zulin in a battle that lasted 30 days. So he's definitely a guy that you want on your team. The Zandalari would accompany Lei Shen in his next conquest for power in Oldham. The plan was to take control over the Forge of Origination.
That's in
the Forge was an immensely powerful Titan Forge device.
I didn't know this had to do with them.
Eradicate all life on Azeroth if it became too corrupt.
Pause. There's a whole plethora of history you don't know about before the Great Sundering Alliance. Like, all this was connected. It was all interconnected. It was all, you know, there was multiple races.
What was the Great Sundering? Is that like the Big Bang?
Yeah, where it split the island in half. It was Pangea, basically.
Oh, I gotta sit there and look at the WoW map again.
Lei Shen with his Mogu armies and Zolthera, the high priest of the Zandalari with their troll armies, marched side by side to seize control of the Forge.
Open up the forge. Stop having it be closed.
Lei Shen said. The race called the Tol'vir were created to protect the
It
Forge
looks so
of
weird to me.
Origination and ignored Lei
There's too much
Shen's
going on.
orders. They quickly realized, though, that
four
they didn't
animals
stand
put into
a
one.
chance
Too much
against the
happening.
two armies, so they decided to edit some code in the Forge of Origination and not nuke all of Azeroth, just Oldham.
Damn.
Hi, guess what? It's ad time. Do you like WoW
Bruh.
lore? Do you like getting
Turn
things
it
for
off.
free? I do. That's why I'd like to share a special deal
Honestly?
with you. Yeah, you.
I kinda
Yes,
like
I'm
that helmet on
talking
the
to you.
face.
If you
Oh
go
my
to
God.
audibletrial.com/plat, you can get a free
Oh my God.
audiobook. Look at all these
Put the
cool
blick away.
Warcraft books they have on there. Wow.
I think I
that's
used to read
crazy.
one of these.
Or
I
you could
read
get
one
a
of those.
non-Warcraft
Okay.
audiobook. But the one that I'd recommend is
Goodness
Shadows
gracious.
Rising. It's the newest book, just came
I
out.
used-
It
I read
talks
the
about
Arthas
events
book
leading up
in,
to Shadowlands. It's
elementary
voiced
school.
by Princess
It was in the
Talanji.
library
You
at
can
my
get it
element-
for free
in my
and
elementary school.
support
Why
me
was it there?
and get a great product in the process. Just go to
Because it's about
audibletrial.com/plat
time
to
you
get
got a
your
real
30-day
education.
free trial. That is
Let me crack open his
audibletrial.com/plat. Get it. Okay, now I'm flying away in space. I'm flying away. Back to
Honestly,
the
that was a
video.
pretty entertaining ad. That was great for my brain.
Yeah, it
The
was actually
scorched
really well done.
land of Oldham turned into
And
a
the
barren desert, and Lei Shen, the high leadership of the Zandalari, and all their forces were obliterated in an instant. This sudden dismantling of leadership created a power vacuum for both empires.
Okay.
In the lands of Pandaria, this allowed the Pandaren to be
I
victorious
look how long
in the
that belt.
revolution
I look how crazy that Mog is on him, man. That belt is so outstretched.
against their slave
It's called
masters.
Stretch Riz.
For the Zandalari, it was a scramble for power that made the wounded empire very cumbersome with their decision-making.
So they were always just bleeding after they fought the bug.
Well, no, they pushed the bug. Basically, this wasn't even the bug situation. They were pushed. There was some big losses after the bug war, not because they lost, they won, but they also spread out their forces a lot too, right? So like all the trolls used to be under that some sort of like Zandalari.
Okay, yes, they're just less
location.
people.
And then so now they've expanded, become their own cultures, their own cities, and all that sort of jazz, right?
Okay.
So now everything's just more spread out. You know how Rome fell, right? They spread out too far and
Yeah.
got like they couldn't handle the weight of their own bureaucracy.
Yeah. Okay.
The big question for the Zandalari was, so Lei Shen is dead. Do we still get that land in Pandaria he promised?
No, not at all.
The Pandaren now ruled the lands the Zandalari had promised, so they decided to take it by force. The Zandalari troll wars had begun when the trolls descended upon Pandaria and easily took over the lands of Kunlai and pushed into the Jade Forest.
my
Victory was in
gosh.
reach until some random Pandaren named Zhang created the Order of the Cloud Serpents and destroyed the Zandalari armies,
Hardest picture
forcing
you've ever
the
seen in
trolls
your
to
life.
retreat back to their home
That guy's crying in different.
and lick their wounds. Okay, so 2 defeats in a row for the Zandalari. It could be better, but nothing could prepare them for the next major blow to trolls as an entire race.
Arcane antagonists.
I hate you,
During
Night
this whole
Elves!
time, a small subsect
This
of
contributed
trolls
to it?
called Dark Trolls migrated to the very center of Azeroth near the Well
I didn't
of
think they
Eternity,
just turned on
a
them.
source of infinite arcane
Okay, yeah.
power.
Let me
Over
lock in.
generations, the Well of Eternity would transform these trolls into a whole different race. They developed glowing silver eyes, they lost their tusks, they stood up straight, they had 10 fingers, 10 toes, and these were not trolls anymore. These were the
Wow.
first ever Kaldorei. This newly evolved race adopted their own cultures, religion, and harnessed the powers of the infinite amount of magic their society was built on.
Honestly,
the sheer
that's kind of tough.
strength of the Kaldorei grew exponentially. These virtually immortal, extremely magically gifted, arcane-wielding assholes
That's not even- oh, that's
spread
not enough.
like a plague across Azeroth. The disjointed and
Oh,
barely
that's
functioning
Suramar and
empire of
everything.
Zul
Oh
stood
my
little
gosh.
chance against the powerful might of the Kaldorei
I mean, yeah, they
Empire
just throw in
and their
pyro
leader,
bad.
Queen Ajara. The fact of
Yeah,
the
well, she
matter
ruined the whole
was,
world,
the
so.
elves
Bad.
could squash the trolls in an instant if they wanted to. So Queen Ajara told the trolls that if they stopped all forms of expansion of their empires, she'd let them live
man.
as a subservient
Honestly,
to the Kaldorei.
I would go
It
out.
hurts!
I would honestly,
It hurts!
dude, I would have blown up my whole empire going out. I'm gonna be honest.
Empire's
They got
rule.
too greedy,
Imagine
bro. They tried to
being a
expand too much. They couldn't handle it.
troll
And also
at
the
this
writers
time.
fucked them.
You are a race
Huge
favored
point. The right.
by the gods you worship. A race that has a history of being the strongest empire in existence, filled
That's
with
actually
conquest,
crazy. They got nerfed
rich
that hard.
cultural history, and immense pride.
They just took a
Then,
couple L's.
all of a sudden,
didn't recover
a
properly,
race who were once
and then
trolls,
the fucking-
perverted by the power
the Well of
of
Eternity.
arcane magic, have the
This is
ability
the craziest, three-piece I've ever seen.
to easily topple your empire and absolutely humiliate you into
Facts.
being a complacent empire forced under the Kaldorei rule, or
Literally 'cause of
face
magic.
total annihilation. This event filled the trolls with great resentment.
No
a
cap.
resentment that can still be felt to this day.
I feel it
What
now.
the fuck? This is what I don't like about about class changes, where it's like, oh, dude, you should get to play whatever you want. I personally feel like lore immersion matters to an extent. There is no after the Great Sundering and Night Elves abolished all mage practices, like all arcane practices. You should not allow to be a mage and a night elf. It doesn't work.
What, a night
It's the
elf and a
same thing.
mage?
Yes, because they abolished arcane after the Great Sundering. That's why all those blood elves got banished and had to make the Sunwell.
See, to me, Jonathan, I'm here now as a WoW content creator, and I'm with you. I would not have given a rat's ass about any of this unless I
Bro,
watched it,
I have
and I
such
still
a
don't
huge
care.
rat's ass
No,
that
like-
it's not even funny.
Like,
All right,
I
my rat's ass is gigantic.
I know for a fact I log in, I can't play as my class and like on whatever race, I'll be like, this game sucks. I know that as me as a person for sure, 100%.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree then, because I feel the exact same way about the trolls. The trolls hate the arcane; they can't stand that shit. It's been a thorn in their side for 10,000 years, and you could be a mage. What the fuck is that,
I thought it was pretty cool. They even have a haste buff.
man? Fuck you.
My bad.
Continues to echo through every troll's mind. Man, fuck elves.
Whoa, what the?
Yeah, what are we talking
My
about?
tribe hates elves.
What?
And
Honestly,
Oh, my
nothing
tribe
kind
hates elves.
of prepared me for that actual screenshot.
Look,
what's even worse
see?
is
Look,
these
look,
dumbass
pause.
elves started a war that introduced
Pause.
demons.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. That Cenarius fighting fucking a pit lord, dude. Where's Razan fighting a pit
Dude,
lord?
one
man?
hand
Like,
ready to fist him in the face while he has a sword in his hand. Don't give a damn.
some bullshit. And it
On-
was, he's right. It's the Night Elves' fault that this all happened to begin with. So fuck them.
To Azeroth, and the war ended with the whole world exploding.
The earth blew up?
Now, almost every
that's why I'm saying
single
that.
troll tribe was completely disconnected from each
Oh, all this was one?
Elijah, come on, bro. You fucking knew that. There's no
Why would
way.
I not? Why would I
didn't-
told you? I don't
We've
know
talked
that.
about this ad
Yeah, I don't care
nauseam
about
for
that
hours. Are you
Pythagorean
listening to
shit.
me?
No, I mean, yeah, you said Pangea. I didn't know all of it was involved in Pangea. I barely remember what Pangea was.
Bro, what do you think that big ass nipple butthole thing is in the
I
middle?
thought, isn't that when all the tectonic plates moved around? Because we,
Oh my goodness.
bro, I didn't know they added this per expansion. What did they just add in random rocks and shit? I don't know.
Thankfully, the
Oh.
Holy Land of the Zandalari had a trick up their sleeve. It's called plot armor, and during the sundering of the world, they had a magical shield that protected Zuldazar. But still, the heart of troll culture was now an island totally separated from every other tribe.
This is what I'm talking about. It made no sense to me.
In the next video, where we go over every single tribe and discover their fate after this devastating moment in Azeroth's history.
Oh boy.
And spoilers, almost every single tribe dies in a horrible, horrible, slow, painful death.
I know.
Is that true?
That's PSA or whatever you want to at the end, whatever. PSA. PS. Shut up. Anyways, I hate how like I've always wanted to play as the Amani, but I hate how like they're fucking annihilated because the Amanis are the one up north. They're annihilated. They're coming back at midnight, and we have to go there and recruit the broken dregs of the fucking Amani. It's like, dude, this was once a grand empire of trolls, and now I'm basically treating them like the homeless person with 6 teeth down the street.
That's actually facts.
I hate
so
that
real.
shit.
Well, I actually didn't know a lot of this stuff.
Like, and what blood elf would forgive the Amani? By the way, like, no, I mean, I fucking love them. Don't get me wrong, but the blood elves hate the Amani. They've been at war with each other all the time. Vice versa. Like, in what universe are they gonna join up together?
You know, at the end of everything, I know Midnight's gonna show up. I'm gonna just go through the quest, not caring at all. Huh? Yeah.
You see Eastern Kingdoms, the tippy tip? That's where Blood Elves live, and literally right below that is where fucking Zulaman is and where the Amani live. And they've been at war since day fucking one. And now they're like, let's all be a happy family. Like, no.
You know what, man?
How does that work?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna log in. If PvP is good and PvE is good, we could be playing as Teletubbies for all I care.
I feel like I'm shouting at a brick wall right now.
I'm sorry.